Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations. It is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it is free class night. So I hope you were all very excited to be here. I was messing around with my settings, so I really hope this is working. So if there's anybody out there, can you just say hello? I'm just going to check my settings as well, just to make sure, because like I said, oops, I was messing around there. I see there's one person here. Okay, so it is working because I was trying to get ready for the BOGO sale and I kind of messed up on my settings. So I just want to make sure. Okay, it is live in the group. All right. Hello, Paula. All right, so it's working. I didn't really mess up. Okay, I see people hopping on. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Becky. Okay, so thank you for joining me. So tonight is free class night, okay? So this, tonight is not, just a watch and play. It is, but tonight is one of the very special classes that if you place a $45 order with me before your shipping and your taxes, I am going to send you all of the bits to these cards. And I'm going to tell you that I love these cards. And we're going to use a suite tonight that I had no desire to purchase. Zero desire to purchase. And I am in love with this set. So I can't wait to share it with you. Couple things though, as people are hopping on. Hello, Sharon. I just wanted to remind you of a couple things. Tonight, at midnight is the very last opportunity you have to get your $6 coupon. Okay, so that expires at 12 p.m. or 11:59 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time zone you're in. And you can use those $6. You earn those from spending $60 or more on shipping and taxes. Hello. And you can use those in August. So starting like tomorrow is August. Wow. Where did July go? I have no idea. So just a reminder that you want to get those coupons because I know $6 does not seem like a lot, but 6 and 6 and 6 and 6 adds up to a free stamp set. Okay. So don't let those go to waste and make sure you hang on to those codes. Okay. Stampin' Up! Cannot retrieve those codes for you. Once they've sent them to you, they have sent them to you. Okay. So I told you that tonight's class is $45. So if you put that order in with me tonight using the hostess code that is on my screen right now, I am going to send you a free gift, which I'm going to show you as we get creating. But if your order is over $60, you are going to earn a coupon from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to throw in another free gift for you. Okay. So the other thing I want you to know about is tomorrow evening, on my page, not on my group, so not in my Stampin' Chick customer page, but on my Stampin' Chick Creations page, and I know that gets very confusing. My page is open to everybody in the world. I am going to be doing the BOGO sale there, okay? Just because I can't do it in the private event. Apparently, it won't allow me. So I have to do it in the on the page. Okay. So if there's something from the BOGO sale in person that you missed out on or that you wish you had picked up or that kind of thing, I very likely will still have it here. We did sell lots at the BOGO sale, but I have over 400 items. 400 more items, and we stopped. I just said to Maya, enough. I'm never going to get through all these. So there's lots of things to be offered, okay? So be sure to join me there. The other thing is August classes, because tomorrow starts August, which is insane to me. If you have not registered for those classes, please do so as soon as possible because I need to order product and get it cut and prepared and arriving in time, and I'm not taking any late registrations. I know there's a lot of people who are disappointed with the Daisy class, okay? So please do register for those as soon as possible. I'm going to talk about the Daisy class in here in a second. Hello, Sandra. Mini catalogs. If you have not filled out the form for the mini catalog, please do so ASAP. I am ordering those mini catalogs on Wednesday. So if you have not filled out the form, and if I don't have your name on the list, I am not ordering you a catalog because they're very expensive to order. So I just want to make sure that if you want one, you get one. Okay. So please fill out the form. If you don't know what form I'm talking about, you can follow back on my posts and find it. And if you're really struggling, please just message me. I will take your name. I just will do it myself manually on the back end, but I would prefer if you just do it through the form. It just makes my life a lot easier. Okay. In the past, I've ordered 30 catalogs, let's say, and then I've only used 10. So that's the reason why I ask people to fill out the form, just so that we're not being wasteful. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to share my desktop because we are going to start creating here. As soon as I find my screen. I know many of you missed out on this class, right? This beautiful, incredible class. And a lot of you were disappointed. You maybe didn't realize what the class entailed. You didn't understand maybe how in-depth the cards were going to be, this kind of thing. So I am doing something that I've never done before. And I am actually offering this class as a tutorial because this class was very, very, the response was overwhelming actually after I posted these cards. So, so this is a Twisted Easel card. So I am going to do a tutorial for this. So, what I'm offering here is $45 order for this tutorial. And I was going to just do a $45 flat fee, but then I realized that's not really a value to you because all you're getting is just the tutorial. So I want you to get more bang for your buck. So that's why I'm saying a $45 order, because then you will get the product as well as the tutorial. Okay. So if there's anything that you maybe wanted, like maybe you haven't ordered this Daisy Suite, I think it was on low inventory when I looked the other day. So that's the thing. Okay. Now this month we are using Masterfully Made. Is it called Masterfully Made? Gorgeously Made. I can never remember the name of it. And it's this one right here. And it has some really super loud paper. And honestly, this is what I'm using tonight. And I will be 110% honest with you. When I looked at the paper, I thought, oh my goodness, who designed this? It's loud, it's colorful, it doesn't really have any set pattern to it. And I was like, what in the heck do you want me to do with this? But I have to tell you, I stand very corrected. And I love this suite beyond words right now. So tonight, I am going to show you 3 fun cards using this suite and using the paper that you can receive the card. If you put a $45 order in, I am going to give you the card pieces for the cards that I'm going to create tonight. Okay. If you put in a $60 order or more, you are going to get the $6 coupon from Stampin' Up! That you can start using as of tomorrow. And I am also going to throw in the brand new adhesive back snowflake assortment. So these are an online exclusive and they are incredible. Okay, so keep that in mind as I'm creating tonight. So yeah, so I think I've got through all the things. So let's get started on card number 1. Okay, so hello, Marlon. So as I move through these cards, everybody, I need you to comment and I need you to comment and stay very interactive with me, because on my end, I don't know if I've lost you or not, okay? So Diane says she has the paper, but not the stamps. And it's funny, Diane, I looked at the paper and I thought, oh no, that is god-awful. And I love the paper now. And then I looked at this stamp set and I thought, I don't really know what I would do with this. And honestly, I think tonight when you see these cards, I think you're going to like it. And if you're attending the class at the end of the month, you will get the paper and the gems that I am using tonight as well. Different gems I'll show you. Actually, they're these gems right here. you're going to get these gems. Okay, in that class for $45. Here, let's do this so you can see them a little bit better. For $45, you're going to get 4 cards, you're going to get half a pack of the paper, and you're going to get a package of gems, which is an incredible deal. So tonight is just really a teaser to that class, to kind of show you some of the things that we might do in that class. Well, these aren't going to be the same cards by any means, so but at least it kind of gives you a taste of this suite. Okay. All right, let's get started. I've positioned my camera a little bit differently, so let me know how this works. And as I'm going through, please be sure to comment and show some love and let me know that you're here. And we will get started. Okay, so the very first thing I'm using is a piece of basic gray. No, this is not basic gray. This is Smoky Slate. Would we start off well if I could actually know the names of my cardstock. Smoky Slate. Okay. So all of these cards I designed basically with scraps from my drawer, essentially, just from bits and pieces that I've got, and I've kind of just mixed and matched them together. Okay, so here we have Smoky Slate. I have taken a piece of the Designer Series paper, which is this one here. So this one, I don't have the whole paper pack near me. I put it back in my paper rack, but it has a lot of these florals towards the bottom of the paper. And then at the top, it has more of this darker blue. And then the back has this color, which is like, oh my gosh, so beautiful, right? Okay, so we have this. And then I have a piece of basic white. Okay, so we're going to lay this on here. Oh, I need my embossing folder as well. I'm going to use the brick embossing folder, oh my gosh, I need to put the names on these because I cannot remember embossing folder names. So somebody can help me out with that. It's the Distressed with the Brick embossing folder. Okay. And I'm going to do some die cutting and embossing on camera because I know my internet is strong enough to help me out with that. So I am going to take my Smoky Slate and I am actually going to emboss this with this embossing folder. I'm going to try to line it up as best as I can. So the Daisy class, the other reason why I did not offer it as a kit to go is that there is a lot of techniques in that kit, in that class, that it's kind of hard to do as a kit to go. So the tutorial, if you have the items, that's great. If not, then maybe you'd want to order them. I'm not sure. I'll leave that up to you. But, okay, so my embossing machine is right beside me here. So I'm just going to scooch off camera for a second so that I can run that through. You can hear it kind of squeaking along. I hope it didn't move on me. No, it did not. Okay, so here we go. I love this embossing folder. So I hope you guys can see this on camera. Is the lighting okay out there? Can you just, somebody let me know? Because on my end it looks okay, but I just want to make sure that you folks can see it on Exposed Brick embossing folder. Whoever that is, thank you very, very much. I greatly appreciate that. I need to really put the names on my embossing folders. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this, not towards like, well, I guess I could kind of do it in the middle-ish of my card. I had a hard time deciding what side of the paper I wanted to use here because I loved both of them. But I thought I don't do a lot of blue cards, except for the Countryside Inn card, or suite. So I thought this would be a fun one to do. And you could actually bring in the Berry Burst in the Bubble Bath colors, which I thought were really, really fun as well. Okay, so hello Tracy. I should have known. Tracy is my resident embossing folder guru. She knows those names much, much better than I do. Okay, I need some blocks. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my Smoky Slate ink pad and I'm going to move this off camera for a second because I don't need it. I'm going to use this right here. Can you see that? Okay. And if I can get it out of the case, we'll be doing good. All right, here we go. So if you, oh, that's the same size block, Cindy. I was at the office today, so my brain is a little bit mushy. Okay, here we go. So I am going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this a little bit different than what I had planned. I'm going to take this stamp right here, okay? And so it's this one, and I'm going to use one of my larger stamps, blocks. Mine has got little fuzzies all over it, okay? Now I'm going to use a color that's kind of not really in the color family here. I'm going to use Starry Sky, okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my white, if I can find it. Here's my white. We're always stamping on our silicone mat, right? Because it wipes off very nicely. Okay, so there's my Starry Sky. And I'm going to stamp this about there. Okay, now I'm going to take my Stampin' Scrub. Where's my Stampin' Scrub? Poor Maya's been cleaning my studio for me. And she had all these bits and pieces out there. She's like, Mom, where are the rest of these pieces? I'm like, oh, sorry. Half are in my stamp room, half are out in the stamping area. Poor girl. She's working very hard this summer. So she will be helping me at the BOGO sale tomorrow night. So she has worked very hard to get all the numbers on those stamps and accessories and punches and dies. And so she's been working hard, and she'll be helping me, trying to move me along as quickly as we can. All right, so now I'm going to take my distressed words with my Smoky Slate, and I'm going to, now Smoky Slate is a very light color, okay? And I'm just going to kind of come in and as random as Cindy can do, because if you know me, you know me, I don't do random at all, okay? And I have to tell you, I love anytime I can do this type of a thing where the distressed type look, it's just like, I find it's the best way to fill in a stark white piece of paper. That's just really how it comes, what it comes down to. Okay, so now, put my stamp back, because that's what good people do, right? We put our stamps back where they belong. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this die. Now, I did discover something, and maybe I was awfully silly in thinking this, but learn from my mistakes or my oversights. I thought this would cut this out, but guess what? It doesn't. So I went, oh, well, what is going on there? So that's okay. I improvised, because that's what I do. So I'm going to cut one out in boho blue, and then I'm going to cut one out in, what color is this? Night of Navy. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here to my die cutting machine. So I have a spotlight here beside me. So if you've been in my stamp room, you know. And it's kind of in a bad spot, but I don't really have any place amazing to have it. So when I go to do my die cutting, it's kind of in the way. So those of you that attended the Daisy class in person will get the Daisy tutorial for free. I'm just going to put some final QAs on the tutorial, make sure I didn't miss any steps, that kind of thing, and then I will be sending it out. So those of you who have already put in your order, it will be coming here to you in the next day or so. I just don't want to send it out and find out there's boo-boos on it. So I'm just going to make sure. So, and I'm not going to offer that like long term. That's going to be a like maybe a week, and then that's it. Okay. So if you are interested in it, then let me know. Okay. So, oh, where to go? Where's my die? I have my die, I just don't have my paper to coordinate. Okay, so I'm going to put my scraps over there. So here is my pieces. So you'll see how beautiful this die really is. It's very dainty. And honestly, I was so impressed with this suite when I started working with it. I'm being much, much more selective right now on what I'm ordering because I know that my Christmas book is going to be intense because the Christmas book, friends, is, I know I say this every book, I know, and you're probably like, okay, we hear this constantly. It truthfully is one of the best books I have seen in a long time. So those of you who didn't love the big book, you need to buckle up because I think they've made up for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to, now if I was really smart and really on the ball, friends, you know what I would have done? I would have actually ran these through my adhesive sheets. But of course, I never remember about my adhesive sheets until I've already cut them. So I am going to, I need to put a sticky note on my desk that says adhesive sheets. So I'm just going to run some Tombow here on my thicker parts. Okay. So here is that. And I'm putting it right on top of the Starry Sky piece. Yes, I am absolutely doing that. And then I'm going to put my Night of Navy on here as well. So this is a super, super cute card. And I love that really, if I didn't even do the stamping part of it, or like, so if you're like, okay, but I don't have the suite at home, Cindy, well, that's okay. It doesn't matter because you must have something similar to this. Because Stampin' Up! Has put out many, many sets that were very similar to this. So I know you must have something out there that is similar. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stamp right here. But what I do need is a piece of scrap. And I'm going to do this in Smoky Slate. And I love this because it comes with this die right here, which is like a label, but it's like a torn label. So you'll see I've used it a couple times already. So you'll want to make sure you stay till the end because the end card is a really fun card that I completely forgot. I've done it a million times, but it was one that I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't done that in a very long time. So, and again, super fun, super quick, and I think you will love it. All right, so there is my label. I'm going to put my die back because I know me. You all know me too, and you know that this girl right here will lose it. My desk is nice and clean right now. Well, as clean as it's been in a very, very long time, actually, because it was getting outrageous and I was getting kind of stressed out. So I'm going to put this on here, and I think I did this one. Oh, I did this one in Starry Sky again. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the side for a second. I'm going to stamp this up. Now there's one of these that every time I stamped it, didn't matter what I did, I was stamping it crooked. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. Okay, so here is my label. Fingers crossed. Ah, puppy bill. Did you see that? So what do? Flip her over. I missed part of the word, your. I could have left it, but. Oh! Huh. Well, look at that. I could not have done that if I had actually tried. That's actually kind of funny. So there it is. I just stamped directly on top and I fixed my own mistake. And you folks can't even tell. So had you not seen me do it live, you probably would not have believed it. All right, so now what do I need? I need some dimensionals, which I thought I had put in my basket of tricks, but apparently I did not. So we'll come over here and grab some. All right, are you still with me? So the other thing that I ask is that if you're watching this on YouTube, please share this and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because that actually is a very, very great way for me to spread this great hobby with friends and family. So I would really appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. So now there is, I think I glued this one flat on my original card, so let's do that. I'm trying to be conscious, trying to be cautious. I can't even talk. Cautious using too many dimensionals for postage reasons, right? Because it does not take much before my postage is like outrageous. All right, but hang on, we are not done yet, friends. Oh, where's my take your pick tool right here. Okay, so you know these beautiful gems that you're going to get when you put in a $60 order? I thought it would be super duper fun to use these on our card. What do you think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Look how simple that is. It's very, very simple, but very, very pretty. And I could actually pop these up just to give it some more dimension. And that kind of thing, right? What do you think? Anybody out there? Am I here by myself? Am I by myself? Okay, card number 1, done. Okay, so if you like these cards, I'm going to send you all of the pieces to make these. And if you put in an order over 60, I will send you those beautiful gems as well. All right, so that's card number 1 done. Sorry, I'm not sending you those gems tonight. You're going to get those gems at class. You're going to get these with your $60 order. So my bad. I'm sorry. Tracy says, I keep cutting out. Nice color combo. Like it. So am I cutting out for anybody else? Because I know when I did my live video yesterday, people said I was cutting out, but it wasn't on my end. So I'd love to know if anybody else is having any issues. Okay. Tracy, it might just be you, honey. All right. So this one is just once. Oh, interesting. Once in a while. Is it my words that's cutting out once in a while or the entire video? I'm curious. Okay. So we are using Moody Mauve. Okay, perfect. Which, if you're part of my In Color Club that is meeting on Wednesday, because Tuesday is my BOGO sale. Wednesday, this is our color of the month. And I know on camera it probably does not look that amazing, but it is beautiful. It's like, if you're old like me, it's like a dusty rose. That's how I relate to it. It's like a dusty rose from the 80s. That's the only way I can describe that. All right, so what we're going to do with this one is we are actually going to use this die again. This, I don't know what you call this die, but it's beautiful. And this one. And we're actually going to use this and this. We're going to use them all tonight. All right, because I want you to see the versatility of the set, because honestly, you are going to want to attend this class. I'm telling you. Okay, so this is the a really fun die. It has some stitching here, and it has some binding type items here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these binding items so it's going towards the outside of my card. I'm going to line this up. And I am going to go ahead and put this back in here. line this up, and I'm going to hope I don't move it as I'm trying to do this. Okay, I'm going to push this through my die cutter machine. I'm going to show you how cool this die really is. I could see so many possibilities just with this die alone. And I had no idea this die was even in there. Look. Who loves that? Right? It looks like your coil binding. Right? I bought a whole machine to do that. To make books with, friends. I did. It was because I loved it. Alright, so now I'm going to use basic gray. And I'm going to use this interesting element, which I think is supposed to be like a bush type thing. And then look, you do have that piece too you could do something with. Right? So, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to put this through my die cutter. Now, these more intricate dies, I do like to go over a couple times. You don't really need to. I just find sometimes it's worth the aggravation to do it in the die cutter at the time than to try to figure it out after, right? So this one's kind of intricate. I probably should have gone over it again maybe. Let's see. There's spots of here then. And it also depends on your plates. Now my plates are relatively new compared to some of the ones that I've had here in the studio, but they're getting worn. That wasn't actually too bad. Okay, so then I like to just kind of wiggle these back and forth because that's a real technical term too, wiggling. That's a really big crafting technique that we all use. It's just you probably don't admit to using the word wiggling in your paper crafting, but I promise you we all do it. Right? Okay. So there's that one. Now I'm going to use my favorite color, which is Pretty Peacock. Okay, there's going to be a quiz on my favorite color selection, by the way, so please pay attention, because we may have to have a prize or something, I don't know. So let's see. I'm going to put this through my die cutter. Peacock. I love this color combination, so if you enjoyed the last color combination, I think you're going to really like this one as well. These are honestly two colors I would never have thought to put together. If you know me, I'm a black and white girl, so I don't do many colors per se, but this one has got it. It's got it going on, I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm just using my nail. I'm not even using anything fancy for these because they come out so nicely. All right, now what are we doing? Okay, so see this? This is really cool. I could use this on something. Like this would make like a really good, like lattice or something too. Okay, so, oh, I need to emboss. Silly. I want to emboss my base, because I love embossing, by the way, with this embossing folder. So this is one of the ones from the 3D, basic 3D embossing folders, I think they're called. They are online exclusives, and they were out of stock for the longest time, but they are back, and I know that because Miss Susan just got hers, so I know that they're back in stock, but they were out of stock for quite a while, and there's three. There's this pattern. Oops, the daisies. Hang on a second. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, okay, hang on. Operator error. Back up the bus. There's this one. There's, yeah, I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. I can't do two things at once. That's just how she goes. There's this one. There's one with big bubbles, and then there's one that kind of looks like a florally type print, but it's not really a florally type print. Okay, I don't know what is happening tonight. I feel like there's something, oops, wrong. And it might be the angle that I'm sitting on too. Oh, or it could just be that I wasn't using my muscles, sorry. I had it right the first time. It was just a little stiffer than I anticipated. And my muscles were not taking it very well. Okay, I'm getting weak in my old age, friends. Okay, so there it is. I don't know if you can see on camera, but I will take pictures of these afterwards as well to share with you. Okay, so I'm gonna not. I could do this straight on, but you know, I like to go to the box every once in a while. Not very often, but sometimes. And I'm gonna put this on an angle like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to glue this down like this. Now, these cards do not, well, the next card will. I say these cards do not showcase the paper well, but that's okay. The last card does. But I just want to show you that you don't necessarily have to have the paper, right? So you can use this set without the paper if you don't love the paper. Okay, so now I'm going to take this fun thing. Now, these do not pop out, okay? So I think people think that they do. They do not. They kind of have a cut through them. Like you'd almost think that they could pop up, but they don't really pop up either. So I'm going to just put a little dab. Again, this would be a great one to use the adhesive sheets for. Had Miss Cindy here had her wits about her and did that, but we can't have everything all the time, can we? Okay, so I'm going to put this one going this way. Okay. Like such. I'm going to let that dry for a second. And then I am going to bring this little guy in. And again, I'm just focusing on putting the glue on the thicker parts. That's all I'm going to put on that one. And I'm going to put this one, I'm working on an angle here. That's just not very smart of me. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this down for a second. Just let that adhere. Now, I need my gray paper again, because I'm going to put this through. I'm going to use my label once again. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to run this through my die cutter. Whoops, daisies. Whoops, the daisies. My paper moved. Okay, so here we go. Here is my paper. I think this was the stamp. It didn't matter what I did. I stamped it crooked. Now, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to hold that there for a second because that's not sticking very well, is I am going to take some tear and tape, and I am going to put this, I'll put it here and here. Okay, so that's just regular tear and tape. So I'm going to rub that down, and if you want to use your bone folder to do that, you can. And what I find this does is that, as I throw things around, what I find this does is it kind of like helps it stick, so that when I go to pull this off, it comes off a lot easier. So I'm not fighting with it. You know how sometimes we fight with our tear and tape? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go here, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to come forward, about there. I'm going to come in with my fancy paper snip. So this is Moody Mauve ribbon as well. Actually, you know what? I might need a smidge right there. So Moody Mauve ribbon, that matches the Moody Mauve paper and inks and all the things, okay? Now, this is the part you really need to wish me luck, because I stamped this twice the other day, and both times it stamped crooked. So I'm not sure if it was the operator or if the stamp is crooked. So, and you know, it could be either. Like, let's just be honest. It most definitely could be the operator. It could very well be the stamp as well. Okay, so I'm going to use Pretty Peacock for this one. Okay. I've got my gray. Oh, can you not even see me stamping here? Here, let me move this for a second. You can see that. Yes, you can see that. Okay. See? It's crooked. I don't know. I think it's the stamp. We're going to go with the stamp because I don't know. That's 3 times. I can't imagine 3 times I stamped it crooked. Has to be the stamp. Okay. I know. Who are we kidding? It was probably me. Okay, so I'm pulling those off. Oops. I'm going to bring back my card. And I'm going to put this right about there. Okay, but hang on, we're not done. Remember these that you're going to get free at the class? These gems? So, if you order... Oh, you know what I just did? I just put a gem in my hair. Only here will these things happen, I'm telling you. That's pretty funny. Okay, so if you order tonight, or you have a week actually, you have until Sunday at midnight to order this class. And you need to do that by putting in a $45 order will get you the parts to this card. $60 order will get you the snowflakes and the cards. If you come to class, you're going to get half of the paper, which I'm going to show you in the next card. And then you're also going to get these gems, which are, they're sequins actually. So very, very pretty. Okay, what do you think of these cards so far? And if you tell me you hate them, it doesn't matter. I'll just take a breather for a second. It's very hot in here. I have the door closed because Maya is in the living room working away. Oh, I guess I don't want to close that up. Are you liking it? You like? Okay, somebody says like. Okay, good. Okay, so different color combinations than what I would normally do. And then again, these ones we could turn around and we could pop up a little bit. The ones that aren't glued down like tight, which I think some of these might be. Whoops, that one was, until I peeled it back. Okay, like. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's recap. Here we go. 1, this is our first card. This is our second card. Okay, now, those of you that have stuck around, because I see that some of you have dropped off, are in for a treat, because this next card is beautiful. And this one, my friends, is going to showcase the paper very well. And when I say it's loud, this is what I mean. Now, when I say loud, it's not in a bad tone. It's just not me. These sequins go everywhere though. I am a black and white girl. So for me, this is very different and out of the box. Okay, now I need my, hang on, bear with me, because I need my measurements. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, there's my measurements right on my card. Imagine. Okay, so this is what I have. Okay, so this one is a little bit more in depth on purpose, but again, when you get these cards, after you place your order, you're going to be able to do this no problem. Okay, so I will have the scoring done for you. I gave Maya my paper trimmer because I told her I didn't need it, and meanwhile, I don't do my envelopes and my insides on camera. I usually do those off camera just because sometimes I do take a little bit longer. And my internet has never worked up until this point. So it's a treat for me to actually even be able to do a live. So But I do need to get doing my insides and my envelopes. Yes, I absolutely do. Okay, so I'm trying to make room here because I need to extend my arm. Here, let's just put these over here for right now so I have some room to navigate. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, I have a piece of paper that looks really wonky. So this is actually was a full sheet of paper. I use this piece up here to make the card as the sample, and then I'm using this part for this one to show you. Okay, so I'm going to put this in at 3 inches, and I am going to score. Now, if I was smart, I actually would have done this the other way. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go 3 inches this way. Okay, and then I'm going to go 6 3/4. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side for just a second because I'm going to need it again. Okay, so this is what I have. And then I'm going to fold, I'm going to fold. Actually, my other card goes the other way. So let me do it this way. Fold and fold, just so it's the same. So you can do this one either way. It doesn't matter. But it's, you see how it's standing? So yeah, it's super fun. It's been years since I've done one of these, and I was like, oh, I should do more of these. All right, so now my designer series paper, which if I knew, oh, here it is. I was like, if I knew where I put it. I have 3 pieces of designer series paper. So when I say this paper is loud, this is what I mean. These are 3 different sheets of the paper. So this one is absolutely beautiful. I love this. So we used the other part on the first card. And then there's this one. There's lots in this paper pack, but these are the ones that I selected because I thought for this card it would be super fun. But see how this one looks like torn paper? Okay. And then we have this one with some flowers, and there's the stems of flowers. And then this one's got the green torn paper on the back. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring in the paper trimmer again. And I am actually going to, oh no, actually, I'm not going to use my paper trimmer because I discovered it's actually easier to do this with your paper snips. So what I'm going to do is I am going to line up, I'm going to center this, and I know this is probably hard for you to see on camera, but I am going to center this side to side. I'm going to line up the tip of my top of my paper with the tip of the card, okay? I'm going to hang on to this. This is not straight though. So I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to flip this over. And I am going to, it's not very often you will see me use paper snips to cut cardstock or paper. Not really a thing that I like to do. But for this one, it's a lot easier. Okay, and then when I move this down, it's exactly where I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. So you need to decide on the pattern that you want to use on your card before you do your paper cutting, okay? So I know these angles sometimes can get kind of funky and hard, but okay, so now this one, my next piece, I'm actually going to put on the outside. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to center it side to side. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to take my paper snips. Oh, shoot. Hang on. My paper snips moved on me. Okay, there we go. If I was really smart, I would have had like a paper clip or something. Close by. Okay, and then when I go down, it fits beautifully. Okay, has anybody seen that technique done before? On the measuring part? Has anybody made one of these cards before? I've made one where it's a tiered card where there's 2 and it's like a waterfall tiered card. Okay, now I'm going to actually No. Okay. This is a super fun card, honestly. Okay. The thing is, you have to be careful with your paper to make sure that it's directional. If it's directional, that you're lining it up properly. All right, so then this one here, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to line this up there, side to side. And I'm going to flip it over. Where's my paper stamps? Right here. Now this one I did find a little bit more challenging because of the angle. So I think I did end up putting this one back into my paper trimmer. I think, let me see. Yeah, I got this one okay. I just found it was a really weird angle to be working on. So I have one person who said no, they've never made this card before. Okay, well, I love this style card. So, but completely forgot about it. So now, when you look at my card, right, this is what it's going to look like on the outside. But I need something there, right? So let's go ahead and let's stamp something on that before we go ahead and adhere this all down and do all the things that we need to do. Because when I did my original card, I completely forgot to stamp it until it was already put together. And then it made it a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to use one of my blocks. What letter block is this? I don't know. Oh, H. Okay, and I'm going to use Berry Burst for this one. And I'm going to actually just kind of go, I'll go at an angle like that. Okay. Oh, and my baby wipes happen to be out in the living room with Maya. But have no fear. I still have my stamp in this. Actually, you know what I should bring in here is my chamois. Oh, I don't need to use that for that. I have my Stampin' Script. Oh boy. Can you tell it's been a long day already? It's going to be a long week, actually. All right, so we're not done yet, though. Oh, I'm almost off camera range. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Thank you. Okay. I think I'm going to have to go back to put my camera back the way it was. I was trying this so that I had more room on my desk, but it's kind of a weird angle for me to work off of. Oh, I can't put that away just yet. I need this. Okay. I'm going to close off my Berry Burst for a second because I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to line this up side to side, line up the top. Let's line up side to side first though. Okay, line up the top. Line up the top, side to side. Maya and I took the dogs for a very, very long walk last night, and we both got eaten alive with mosquitoes. We're covered in them. I hate mosquitoes. Maybe it was this white piece that I put in my paper trimmer. Yeah, it was. Okay, so I don't like how messy this one looks. So I'm just going to actually just clean this up. Just a hair. There, like that. The picture's really crisp and clear. Thank you. And you know what? I have since gone back to my webcam instead of my document camera. And I have to tell you, it works so much better. Just cleaning up my ends of my paper there. Okay, because it was just bugging me. All right, so now I'm going to put this one here. This card is an awkward card to display to you. Okay. So you'll see how my angles are all beautiful now, right? Okay. So now when I close this up, this is what it looks like. Okay, now we're not done. We need to do a few more things and then we will be done. Okay, so what do we need to do? Well, we need to bring in my Stylus Shapes, which this is my absolute favorite die set right now, but I did order a new one that I'm thinking might take its place. So I'm going to use this circle, and I am going to use Lemon Lime. No, sorry, I'm not. I'm going to use Parakeet Party. Sorry, I said Lemon Lime Twist, and I was like, I don't think that's right. No, I'm using Parakeet Party. Oh, let's put down a plate first. So, and I did do a survey for the paper share, everybody. And I know some of you are having a hard time deciding what size paper you want. In my honest opinion, personally, if I was you, knowing what the paper looks like, I probably would select the 12 by 12. Because you could do the Love It Chop It on your own. You could use it for a box. You can use it for so many things. So I've never done the 12 by 12 as a paper share before, honestly, because it would be, I think it'd almost be kind of expensive to ship. I don't know, maybe not. But the paper is so beautiful that you're going to want to see the entire sheet. All of it. Like there is, I don't think there's one paper in the paper being sent out this year that I don't love. And I have to tell you, even the Halloween and the fall items are incredible. And I am not a Halloween person by any means. I do love fall. But I tend to not buy fall sets because you can only use them for so long, right? But they're beautiful. All right, so this is what I have. Oh yeah, darn, I need this again. I need my speckle. See, I cannot do two things at once. I cannot stamp and talk. That is way too complicated in my books. Okay. I gotta get back in camera. Hang on, I'm just trying to get my silicone mat here. Yeah, I gotta change this camera. I no like where my camera is right now. Okay. Here we go. Bam. So, Parakeet Party on Parakeet Party. Kind of gives you like a water mark look. Okay, and close this up because I know me, and me gets my fingers into the ink pad on a regular basis. And then this one, I'm going to use, ooh, jeepers, hello. And I'm going to do it in Berry Burst on a Berry Burst piece. Well, my Berry Burst is crazy juicy. I always forget that. Some are super, super juicy and some are not. Turns out that my Berry Burst is very juicy. Okay. There we go. Very, whoa, jeepers. See? And there you see my finger? Yeah. That's what happens. You cannot take me out. Dress me up. Can't take me out. All right. So now what are we doing? Any idea? How about we pop up our circles? I think on my original card I only used one dimensional, but what the heck? You only live once. Let's go for two. Okay, so I'm going to put that about there. I'm going to use 2 dimensionals for my hello. Okay. And then we need to bring back our sequence and my take your pick tool. And I'm going to use, let's go with one there. Let's go with a one here. Okay, it just wanted to go there, so I guess it's going there. And then we'll use one up there. Okay. Now, let me put some stuff away. So we got us some room. Let me bring back the cards. This one. And this one. All right. So, card number 1. If you're just joining us, you're a great friend. If you're watching this on replay, like tomorrow or in a week or whatever, please be sure to comment replay so that I know how many are watching on replay. So that's card number 1. Card number 2. And then card number 3, which is a super duper fun one. Okay, so the class for this is the end of August. The class will use more of the paper, I believe, if I remember correctly. But I want you to know that you're going to, Jan says 3. Yes. Love the Halloween. The Halloween paper in the book is incredible. And I like I said, I'm not a Halloween person. So, it's super cute. So this is like super fun card, but I wanted you to see that you don't necessarily have to like use the paper either, because I know the paper kind of made people go, "Ooh, I don't know." The set is absolutely beautiful. It is truthfully one that you would use a lot of, and actually I think one of the cards we're making will actually use that too. I didn't get a chance to use it in mine today, but for the class at the end of the month, we will be using that. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful set. The dies are incredible. So if you don't want the paper, then that's fine. If you want to attend the class, but you don't want the paper and you don't want the gems, then that's okay, because you don't have to have the gems and the paper. You can say to me, you know what, Cindy, I don't want that. I don't like it. And I will say, that's fine. So come to the class anyway, and you can substitute whatever you want in place of that. Okay. So you could just order a different paper, or order a stamp set, or order envelopes, or I don't know, whatever you want. But please do know that you have that option. You're not committed to having to get the paper and the gems. Okay. So I just want to make that clear, because I don't know how many people realize that. Like, I think once they see the card or the write-up, that they think, oh, I have to get the paper, and you don't. Okay. So you're getting half of the pack of paper for this class. The Daisy class, they got a full pack of paper. This one, you're getting half a pack of paper. And they got gems, and you will also get gems. Okay. So before I sign off, just remember, today is the last day to get those coupons by midnight tonight. So get those orders in. Use the hostess code that's on the screen. This class is $45 that I presented to you tonight. And if you put it in $45 order, I will send you the card pieces to make the cards. If you put in a $60 order or more, I will send you the snowflakes, which are an online exclusive, which are amazing. So you will get those for free. And the BOGO sale is tomorrow night. So please, if you're interested, be sure to join. August class is super, super important. Tomorrow is August, and I am ordering product tomorrow. So you need to make sure that you've signed up for the classes you want to sign up for, and there will be 0 late registrations. Funfold, there is still room in the Funfold class. Some of my regulars have not signed up, and I don't know if that was an oversight, because you just assume that you come every month, that you're just going to come. So that's not the case. So if you have not filled out the form, you are not registered for class. Okay. The tutorial on the Daisy class, again, only available for a week, and then I'm not offering that anymore. And then if you need a mini catalog, please make sure that you get your name on the list because I am ordering those on Wednesday. So I know it was a lot. I hope you love these cards. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you like the class. A little different than what I've done in the past, but I thought it was a great opportunity to show you the masterfully or gorgeously made suite before the end of the month. So if you're on the fence about it, this might change your mind. Okay? All right. Thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic week. Please be sure to read my blog post this week because there's some really fun things. And I will be sending out more details about the extravaganza soiree in the next, like, I don't know, next couple weeks probably. I just got to get through a few things. Okay? Thanks everybody for sticking with me through the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.